Aloha, y'all. It is Friday, Friday, the 17th of October. It is named after Freya, or Frigg, the Nordic Venus equivalent. It is esoterically a Venus-ruled day. The sun is in Libra, 24 degrees. The moon is in Virgo, 10 degrees. The major astrological aspects, there's a grand air trine between Uranus, Pluto, and Venus in Libra, and there's a grand water trine between Jupiter and Cancer, the North Node, Saturn, and Neptune, as well as Mars, Mercury conjunct, and Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. A whole lot of water energy, a whole lot of air energy. Pluto's opposite Jupiter, Chiron's opposite the Sun, Pluto's squaring the Sun, Jupiter's squaring the Sun, Uranus is opposite Black Moon Lilith, the Moon is opposite the North Node, Venus is opposite Saturn, Neptune conjunction. So there's a whole lot of heavy energy, some squares, right? Anyway, there's always something going on. Let's talk about the cards for the day. The Six of Pentacles with a clarifier of the Hermit card. And Friday Fairy Oracle card is coming in hot with Lasguna. So if you are a Pentacle, you are an Earth sign. If you're a Taurus, if you're a Virgo, or if you are a Capricorn, you are a Pentacles, the material things, right? Money, body, food that you eat, the practical stuff, the embodied stuff. On page 172, I have more than enough. At the time when I started working with David Bowie, and that's this guy, David D'Angelis speaking. This is the David Bowie Starman Tarot deck. He's been on my podcast a few times. Shout out. At the time I started working with Bowie, my design partnership of 5 years was practically bankrupt. Sun and Libra opposite Chiron and Aries. A passion-driven desire to create innovative designs which pushed boundaries, compounded with a scarcity of willing, adventurous clients to commission us, and that had chomped through all of our resources. The bank had run out of patience, and an unexpected bill from the tax office had cast a death sentence on the business. Mercury, Mars, and Scorpio, Black Moon, Lilith, and Scorpio. The axe would soon fall in 7 weeks, the time delay between the final demands and the administrators showing up like grim reapers. I had just finished this unpleasant calculation when the phone rang. Uranus and Gemini, communications that you don't expect. A small, boring design project was offered, Sun in Libra, Moon in Virgo shadow, just enough to call a stay of execution for a little longer, but there was no joy in my heart to do it. That night I dreamt, North Node in Pisces, a tall tiger creature, strange and wonderful power totem, came to me. It was surrounded by flying serpents, and it glowed with spectral turquoise and pinks. Every time it opened its arms, I was showered with gold. In the dream, I asked what I should do, and the reply was 2 words: create art. Create art. On a rational level, this just didn't make any sense. Moon and Virgo, right? It's like, I don't know. I was poised at a financial precipice, and yet at once it was the only thing that made sense. Uranus and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius, Venus and Libra, like jump. From the bird's nest you can fly. All doubt about the path ahead was evaporated by the brilliance of this dream. The next morning I canceled the boring job, cleared the desks, and set about creating the kind of art and designs which filled me with joy, excitement, and aliveness. As destiny would have it, these designs were featured 2 months later in a magazine called Creative Technology, a copy of which stirred David Bowie's imagination while he was on a flight to the States, and then prompted him to call me, Sun and Libra, right? Partnerships building here, practically, Moon and Virgo. His project and his spirit of innovation opened the door to a vast creative vista and generously rewarded me for my art. This transformation of fortune also gave me the opportunity to direct the flow of abundance, helping other aspiring designers and artists shine and prosper. Moon and Virgo, it's about service and practicality and, philanthropy. There are times when we must move past our fears and step into a universe of trust, trusting in the natural flow of abundance. Remember, there is never any shortage of resources. They simply need to be channeled in the right direction. In essence, our job is to fully show up and move and inspire people through what we do and how we are in life. I've discovered when we become intensely interested and intimately involved with life, Mercury, Mars conjunct in Scorpio, trining Jupiter and the North Node, it becomes intensely intimate and involved with us. When we can generously offer life our very best just for the joy of it happening, life begins to offer us the very best back almost always in unexpected and delightful ways. I invite you to see how this card can help you step into the flow of resources and the generosity of others. So stepping into the natural flow of abundance, being a custodian of resources, philanthropy, generously offering life your best, and delivering a worthwhile vision. Sun in Libra, Venus in Libra, Moon in Virgo, right? It's a practical, beautiful vision. With arms wide open, we can turn our Eeyore sad boy upside down and say, you know what, yes, it's difficult and this is weird and I don't know what's going on, but Tigger, the wonderful thing about Tiggers is that he opens up to the Winnie the Pooh pot of gold, right? And it makes it rain. And the creative endeavors can ground and thrive. The clarifying card we've got is the Hermit card. I have written music to all the major arcana, including the Hermit card. It's like a crooner kind of jazz thing. It's got great guitar work. I'll post it in the comments. Check it out. It's the most Michael Bublé meets Fish thing I've done, probably. So check it out. The Hermit card, I bring back knowledge from distant places. This is about knowing your worth. You are perfect the way you are. Be free. Seek answers within. Go deeper and understand more of the universe by taking time to do something you've never done before, right? We can really open up to the abundance when we get out of our comfort zones, right? Escape the cave. The Hermit's like, I did the work, I did the studying, and now it's time to go share it with others. Sun in Libra, Moon in Virgo, Venus in Virgo, Pluto in Aquarius, trining Gemini, Uranus, right? Let's take your magic and show others. Lean forward into life. Lasguna, the fairy Friday Oracle card is Lasguna number 39. My girlfriend is watching Brian Froud. His art direction was part of Dark Crystal and those shows. So if you've seen this aesthetic before, that's why he did that art for Dark Crystal. All right, so number 39, Lasguna, is as follows. Sunken treasures, discovering of self-adventure, right? Mars, Mercury, conjunction Scorpio, hidden treasures, discovering them, unearthing them, Uranus and Gemini, epiphany, and doing it for service and beauty for yourself and others. Sun and Venus in Libra, Moon in Virgo. This is a little long, so I'll read the shorter version. Lasguna tells us to pay attention to our dreams, North Node in Pisces, to listen to the murmur of the waters, to note the patterns of the damp fallen leaves, and to listen for the distant high sounds of angelic music coming from the stars. She also suggests soothing baths, hot tubs, jacuzzis, trips to the nearest spa and hot spring, and dips in the handiest sea pond or mountain lake. Mud baths also help quiet down and become strong enough to explore her territory, which is the earth and the waters, from the depths to the heights. And as important as it is to explore the inner realm, right, that Hermit card, go within, be still and know, as important as that Virgo moon is, she tells us to explore the outer realm, and that's also vital. Sun in Libra, Venus in Libra, Uranus and Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius. It's like, get out of your comfort zone. She suggests we go to places we have never been, try things we have never done, take classes in subjects we always meant to study someday, maybe even learn a language and see where that takes us. Explore widely and deeply in our own world so that we develop the adventurousness of our spirits. It almost goes without saying she recommends exploring fairies. She also suggests kissing any metaphorical or actual frogs you encounter to test for princes or princesses, but I don't know how seriously she wants to take that suggestion. So look, it might not look like you expect. You might be like, oh, look at this frog. If you kiss it and you hope for the best, maybe you'll get out of your comfort zone and lean forward into life and find abundance flowing through you. The fact that you are alive at all, even, good times, bad times, yin and yang, but you're here. You're having an experience. So try to make the best of it. Take your Eeyore piglet and shut them up for a little while and get into your Winnie the Pooh and your Tigger, right, the tiger here. Your Tigger, leave the cave, leave deep in the heart of something wood, I forget, like the Winnie the Pooh, leave the woods and lean into an adventure where you find friends, collaboration, exploration, ingenuity, expansion, all these things. So if you've enjoyed this, obviously tag somebody or share it, whatever's clever. Leave a tip. The tip jar's in the bottom with directions on how to do that. Holler for a reading. An hour of cards is $50, so you get like 10 cards for an hour. It's $50. And 3 hours of astrology is $150. If it is your birthday, it is half off on either or both of those, so that's a great gift for yourself or others at half off discount. And if you refer somebody to me, you get half off on a card reading for yourself. So great ways to save on 5-star top shelf magics. Check out the card song I wrote, Be Still and Know. It's the Hermit card. It rocks. Most of my songs do, but check it out. I'll post that in the comments. Yeah, and enjoy your Freya's day. I'll catch you on the flip side. Adios.